Going on, peoples? TGI Fridays. You already know. You already know what it is. Yeah, let me just get all the peoples in real quick. Let everybody know, we off and popping. We on. We doing what we do on a Friday, just taking care of business. Yes, sir. TGI Friday, guys. It's a rainy day in Las Vegas, which is we thankful that Greg Williams, what up, baby? My man Suge. Hey, yo, Suge, you don't want to go nowhere, man. I just have to go get my wife, man. She actually works mobile, but they had to go to the spot for 2 weeks. Moral of the story, I jumped on that 215, fam, and that water was coming down so fast, family. Yo, I couldn't see. I'm on the 15, like, just wishing I didn't hit another car. I could not see nothing, dog. That's how much that rain was going down. Breezy in the building, Levine in the building. So the moral of the story, Suge, in Vegas, the wipers, we got to constantly change them. My stupid ass don't change them. So when it's time to use them, them shits wasn't doing nothing, man. Yo, I had the wipers on blast like this. Wasn't doing nothing, man. I had my hazards on, and I was just hoping I didn't hit nobody from the back for like 5 minutes before shit started clearing up a little bit. So moral of the story, man, if you in Vegas, constantly change your window wipers. I slipped up and I got lucky, thank God for that, man. Yeah, I just have to get that out there, man. TGI Friday, I hope everybody's doing their thing, man. I'm constantly working, man. I'm constantly doing something. I have to. I'm getting older. Time is getting shorter. And I gotta make the most of what I got left, man. Yeah, everybody, I hope everybody chilling, man. Yes, yo, Suge. I'm telling you, I'm not here capping, dog. I don't cap. When I'm telling you, I seen nothing. It was like the water and the wind was coming from everywhere. I couldn't even go on the shoulder because I couldn't even see the shoulder. I'd have probably ran into the wall. So I just stood in my lane on some real humble 40 miles per hour shit, hoping that I didn't hit nobody in the ass for like about at least roughly 3 minutes, dog. And then once I got a little vision, I was like, wow, this shit is crazy. So the moral of the story, if you live in Vegas, change your fucking wipers, man. Real talk. So, I'm hoping people fill up the room. I'm about to kick this sports, but I have to hit y'all with the reality, no cap. I ain't with that, man. And also, I want to wish everybody a happy Labor Day weekend. I know a lot of y'all going to do your thing. My man hit me up. Yo, you doing your show on the Labor Day? JK, you just missed the beginning. You got to go to the beginning. You got to rewind the shit later on. You want to see the beginning. Yeah, Labor Day, my man hit me up. Yo, Al, you doing a show on Labor Day? I said, hell yeah. If it was New Year's, I got to give these motherfuckers this work. I ain't over here playing with this shit. What the fuck is the Labor Day for me? Labor Day ain't never do nothing for me. I don't be on that cookout shit like that. Of course I'm going to give y'all this work on Labor Day weekend, man. Real fucking talk, man. And also, y'all going to like this starting next week. I got 3 cappers who's going to be giving y'all games to get your little, your little bankroll up. But you got to bet within the perimeters that we tell you to. I got my brother Noah Parker's going to start hitting me with 3 picks a week between college football and the NFL. My man Philly the Boss, my man from Philly. A lot of y'all don't know about him. Philly the Boss is a good capper. I monitored him. He's going to get on the show because I told him if you're giving losers out, this ain't the place to be. And, of course, yours truly, I'm going to give y'all my teasers, team totals, money lines, and straight bets. That's starting next week. So y'all want to look at the show and y'all want to pick up these free bets so y'all can make money for free on my show. I'm giving shit out for free all day. All I ask y'all to do is watch my shit and share my shit, and I get one of the two. Y'all know what it is. Big O in the building. Big O, I got nothing but love for you. We got a little situation we still got to fix, but I got nothing but love for you, big boy. Okay, let's start the show. I'm going to start with the message of the day, then we're going to keep it moving. Okay, guys. I want y'all to remember, all money ain't good money. I'm going to repeat that. All money ain't good money. So if you're about making money, you know, loans, investing, just remember, all money ain't good money. You got to choose wisely who you fuck with, because certain money could be headaches, could be situations that you wish you was never in. So you got to monitor your business. So the message of the day today, all money ain't good money. All right, let's start the show. Al York Sports, the raw truth. All right, Big O, like I said, Big O, action means more than words. Show me in action, my brother, and I'll believe you. But much love to you and your family, man. Salute to everybody. TGI Friday, Al York Sports, the raw truth. No drinking and driving is the fucking law. And if you living in Vegas, change your wipers. Because I got caught out there, and I'm lucky I ain't getting no motherfucking accident. No cap. That's no cap. Alright, here we go. I love that track. It reminds me of an old drug dealer beat. I don't know, like Deep Cover or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's start the show. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death. Let me carve that in. Nueva York. Also, Sam the Man from Amp Studios, Price Tag Entertainment and Media, Cycle Breakers with my boy Joe Figueroa, John Figueroa, Joe's his brother. You can put both together. They both my brothers. Shout out to the Cycle Breakers. Shout out to Mac One Beats, Bishop Beats, and like I always tell y'all, open sessions and giveaways, the more the merrier. Okay, let's get started real quick. I gotta start off with bad news. Unfortunately, Pat Corrales had passed away yesterday. He used to play for the Dodgers. He actually coached for the Dodgers of natural causes. And also, he was a coach for the Atlanta Braves for a lot of years. A lot of y'all that know Pat Corrales was a well-respected man. Rest in power, Pat Corrales. And like I said, it was no foul play. They said natural causes on Sunday night in North Georgia mountains. God bless, rest in power to Pat Corrales. Let's keep it moving. Oh, I got to bring this up. Yankees just bring up today the young boy Jason Dominguez, a.k.a. The Martian. And I've been trying to tell people about The Martian because my brother Felix Jacino, a.k.a. Felix the Cat, was the one that brought The Martian to my attention. So when I told Noah Parker, I told my son, Tim was like, oh, The Martian sucks. First at bat, he hit a home run of Justin Verlander in his first at bat ever. That holds weight. You hit a home run off a future Hall of Famer, one of the best that ever done it. Although Verlander's 40 years old, he's still throwing a $150. He's still throwing a $101, 98 miles per hour. The Martian caught him out there. Hit a home run to left center field. Salute to The Martian. And I'm glad that the Yankees are bringing up all the young boys. Get rid of all them old motherfuckers that had us stretched all year. Let the young boys play, and let's see who's who so we can know who we keeping and who we not going to keep. Other news. You got to give major the salute to Bryce Harper. Recently hit his 300th home run. The 158th player to do it. I'm surprised that's so low because 300, I would have sworn about 300 people have done that, but only 158 have done it. He's done it in 1,481 games, and he's only 30 years old. So if Bryce could play to 40 at a high level, you know, Bryce could hit 650 easy. And he's been healthy of late. I mean, I know he had the surgery on the arm, but, you know, he's back. And if he doesn't get a big injury and keep putting up, let's say, 40, 45 a year for the next, 8, 9 years, dog, he's going to get like 650, bro. Salute to Bryce Harper, who's balling out with the Phillies. He started out horrible, He earned his stripes with the Phillies, and all y'all that are Philly fans know that Bryce Harper is balling out. Other news. Great news for the Las Vegas Raiders. Josh Jacobs is back. He was back in uniform. Not saying that Jacobs is going to lead them anywhere, but if y'all going to get anywhere, you need the top running back of last year in your lineup. You're not going to do it with the young man White. You're not going to do it with no backup. Now, you could have done it with Jonathan Taylor if y'all was able to get Jonathan Taylor, but y'all didn't have to give up nothing. Y'all just have to talk Jacobs into coming back. Whoever talked him into coming back, great work. Jacobs is back. You got Jimmy G. You got Adams. Now the Raiders got something, and now they can make a fair run because now you got the top receiver in the game almost, and Adams on top 3, and then you got the top running back of last year. Salute to the Raiders. All right, other news. Houston Astros, the rich get richer. They got Michael Brantley back. Now, Brantley's a little older, 39, probably 40, maybe 38. But Brantley's a professional left-handed hitter. The guy can rake. He's back in the Houston lineup, and you already know they got Alvarez over there, Altuve, Bregman. I mean, they are so loaded, and you know when it's crunch time, the Astros play. I know a lot of y'all going to say the cheat Stros. That was many years ago. They proved they could win without cheating. And right now, getting Brantley, a key left-handed hitter, if he can hit like he did before he got injured, teams are going to be in trouble because now you're throwing another 300 hitter who can hit a home run when he needs to. Salute to the Astros for just continuing to have these parts continue to come in for them. Every year they seem like somebody big comes back for them, man. Other news. San Diego Padres plays right-handed pitcher Yu Darvish. He's going to be out for 8 to 10 days. And the Padres are basically the saddest team in baseball. They underachieve like no other team. They got all these stars, future Hall of Famers, and Machado, ex-Bogart, Tatis Jr., Kim, Soto. You know, they even got my man Sanchez over there from them fucking Yankees raking. And they got pitching. Snell can pitch, Darvish can pitch, Musgrove. But for some reason, they cannot connect the dots in San Diego. And they're not even going to make the playoffs. They're a sad team. And they're just the worst team right now with the most talent. And there's nothing else to say. They just fucking chokers. They remind me of my Cowboys. Other news. The Dodgers and pitcher Tony Gonsolin, 85 with a 4.98, will undergo Tommy John surgery. So this is a big loss for the Dodgers. I mean, the Dodgers got a big lead on Arizona in the West. They're going to conquer that. Them and the Braves will fight for the best record. But come playoff time, Gonsolin last couple years been really nice for the Dodgers. He's not as good. He wasn't as good this year, but he's still a prolific 2-3 starter. And now you're going to lose Gonsolin, and this is going to hurt them come playoff time. Mark my word, because Gonsolin is a pitcher. He knows how to get hitters out. He don't throw no 100 miles per hour, but he knows how to hit the corners, change up, all that. He knows how to get hitters out. And now you out with Gonsolin. The Dodgers are going to feel this later on. Other news. New England Patriots get another quarterback, signing Matt Corral, who was released by the Carolina Panthers. A third-round pick, 94th overall in 2022. And, I mean, New England seems always to get all these decent quarterbacks. You know, they got Zach, Mac Jones, but they can't get a Tom Brady-ish. Or not, I mean, it's going to be hard to get a Tom Brady kind of quarterback, but you got to at least get like a marquee quarterback. And they got a bunch of just mediocre quarterbacks. And until they get that star quarterback, New England ain't going to go nowhere, man. I don't care you got Bill Belichick. You need a guy that can wing it consistently, and they don't have that right now. Okay, so X, I'm going to be calling you in soon, X. Basically, let me throw this last thing in. The Cincinnati Reds picking up Hunter Renfroe off waivers. Also, Harrison Bader that played with the Yankees. So, you know, Cincinnati's just trying to get a few chips to make that run for the wild card. And, you know, and the Cleveland Indians also came off, Cleveland Guardians, let me say it correct. Cleveland Guardians picked up all 3 guys that was with the Angels decent pitchers. Lucas Giolito, who didn't pan out for the Halos. 7-11, 4.45. He's really a better pitcher than that. Now, Matt Moore's been nice out the bullpen, 4-1 with a 2.66. That's going to help out that Guardian bullpen that's kind of okay, you know, led by Clase. Clase, one of the best closers in the game. And also they get Ronaldo Lopez, who was in the All-Star game last year with a 2.77. So the Guardians just got better on the pitching mound, defense, all that. And they're going to try to make a run at the Minnesota Twins for first place because they out the wild card, but they can catch Minnesota, who they 5 games behind with, I think, 40-plus games. There's a lot of time to catch the Minnesota Twins. X, where you at, baby? Let me see if I get my man X in the building. Yeah, don't go nowhere, y'all. Like I told y'all, whoever's tuning in late, next week you guys are going to get all our NFL college football picks. That's right, for free. We're going to give y'all about 9 total picks. And if y'all interested, y'all can hit me up and we can give y'all weekly, bi-weekly, all of that. But you get everything. You're not just going to get a partial. You get everything. But y'all, let us show out. But we always show out. Once you see us win for you, then you think about investing with us. Let me get my man X in the building. Oh, I think X did it right for the first time. I didn't have to go through those struggles this time. Yo, X, what up, baby?
What's up, brother?
Okay, that's the highest you can go. Can you lift up your volume?
Let me check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all the way up.
Okay, you know what? Let me put the plugs on.
All right.
That's why I got this just in case on some giant shit. Give me a minute. You can hear me, baby?
I got you, brother.
Okay, we got people's locked in. People want sports. Let's not play no fucking games, X.
Let's go.
Let's go right into the NFL. I'm going to put you on the spot right off the rip.
All right.
This is called in or out, which is explaining whether these teams are either going to make the playoffs or not the playoffs, and give me reasoning why you thinking what you thinking. We're going to start off with my man Felix Jacino's Pittsburgh Steelers. Are they in or are they out?
They're out. They're out.
Okay, let me give you one more thing.
Okay.
Led by QB Pickett, wide receiver Pickens, running back Harris, T.J. Watt. He needs to stay healthy. You know that.
Yeah.
And Micah Fitzpatrick, safety.
Yeah.
They got a lot of good quality players over there. Explain to us why you think they're not going to make it, X.
I think they're going to be out. That division is a killer.
Facts.
Baltimore, Cincinnati, Cleveland's improved. And really, you know, they've got the players. Kenny Pickett, brother, second year. I don't have a lot of faith in him, man.
You don't think he's ready for that smoke?
I don't think he's ready for that smoke. I think he's going to be a good quarterback, but I don't think he's ready right now. I think they should have gone for a veteran in the offseason for a year or two until he learns the ropes. And, you know, that offensive line is not good. That offensive line is terrible still.
But they're improving a lot of areas, and they are deeper. I see a little bit. I know the preseason don't show you much.
Yeah.
But I read up the names and stuff. They got a lot of healthy guys. They you know, like you said, pick a second year, especially in that tough AFC.
Yeah.
You got guys that have been doing it. Justin Herbert, Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. You know what I mean? Burrow. It's just too many quality like quarterbacks that are sick.
Yeah.
And Pickett didn't earn that sick shit yet.
Not yet.
Now he can do it this year if he shows out.
Now you said something that's key. T.J. Watt and Minkah Fitzpatrick, they have to stay healthy. They have to stay healthy for them to thrive. That defense is a championship caliber defense. They can carry that team and carry Pickett. But those two guys, they have to stay healthy.
Yeah, they got to stay healthy. And T.J. Watt hasn't been able to do that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
One of the best in the business. But to me, it's hard to say somebody's one of the best in the business when they can't stay healthy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because staying healthy is part of being one of the best in the business.
Of course.
You feel me?
That's right.
Okay, let's move on because I got a lot of teams you saying out.
Yes.
I know Felix is going to be a little upset with me. I'm going to give them the fact I think they'll have a winning record.
Yeah.
But I think they'll fall short of the playoffs.
I think they'll have a winning record. Listen, Mike Tomlin hasn't had a losing record yet.
Facts. So and I don't think it's going to start this year when this team is better than last year. Now, if they could somehow win the first 3 out of 4 games, then anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Yeah, they have a chance.
But I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, let's go to my next team. In or out? Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland is out.
Talk to us. Let me give you some names first. Deshaun Watson's going to be playing hopefully the whole year. He's got all the reps. Now, if he don't get injured, he should be there. Of course, you can't forget Nick Chubb, one of the best in the game, running back. They got Amari Cooper. They got Njoku at tight end. And, of course, Myles Garrett leading that defense.
Yeah.
You hear all these names. You got Watson. They gave Watson all the money he can have.
And don't forget they got Elijah Moore, too, from the Jets.
Right. But he ain't the name of these guys.
He's a good secondary receiver.
But what I'm saying, the names I gave you are all above him. But I got you. They got more. Okay. They also got Donovan Peoples also. But my thing is, it all depends on if Deshaun Watson, if he has a great year, they could get in, dog. That guy is special. He could run the ball. He could throw the ball. I just don't think, even though he got all the reps, that he's just going to show out and have that big year he had in Houston. I don't think it's not yet. I think he's a year away. That's why I'm going to say out. But they are going to compete every game. That's a fact.
Yeah. I agree. Listen, the whole key to that team is Deshaun Watson. 2 years out with suspension because of the stupidness of him.
Right.
Another thing is
getting finger popped. He was getting finger popped by ladies.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Throw it out there, baby. It's Al Your Sport, the raw truth. He like females to finger pop him. But
he likes shit like that. But anyway,
he's weirdo. He's weirdo on the low.
Yeah, he's a freak. Nick Chubb has to stay healthy for them to do anything.
Facts.
He's the key to that.
And they don't got Kareem Hunt no more. They don't got Kareem Hunt. That's big.
They live and die with the run. Nick Chubb is key. You know,
Apple in the building.
You know, so and that offensive line, again, I have questions with the offensive line. And Deshaun Watson has to stay on the field. Let's see what he can do from his. I don't think he's going to put up numbers like he did his last season in Houston, but he should throw for 4,000 yards with the players and the receivers that he has. I think he should throw for 4,000 yards. He'll keep them in the hunt. I think they'll have a similar record to Pittsburgh. I think they'll both go 9-8.
Yeah, they're gonna be like there, the threshold.
Like you know,
they're gonna be like a game or two out the wild card. That's just my opinion.
I like Myles Garrett leading the defense. I think they're maybe a year away from
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
From really being a
true
top
contenders.
Team. Yeah, true
contenders.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's move on because we got a lot of teams we got to take care of, and I want to hear your insight. Let's go to New England with the Patriots.
Okay.
Mac Jones, running back, Stevenson and Harris, wide receiver, Devontae Parker, tight end Hunter Henry, and Mike Gesicki that they got from Miami. Do the Patriots have enough to get into the playoffs?
They don't have enough.
I kind of agree with you.
Their defense is going to be good. Bill Belichick always has a good defense. Mac Jones is the key. And
they also got Ezekiel Elliott. Let me throw that out there. They picked up Ezekiel Elliott.
Zeke is a good pickup. If they can use Zeke the way Dallas used Zeke last year, they're going to be successful because Zeke, even still with Zeke playing behind Tony Pollard, he still rushed for over 800 yards. He still had 12 touchdowns. So I'm sure Belichick is going to use him the same way.
Facts.
But Mac Jones, I said this a few years ago when they drafted him. He's really not that good. He doesn't have a strong.
I like Matt out of Alabama. I like Matt, but
he was good in Alabama, but due to the system and the players that he had. Remember that,
right? No, but I just felt he had a high window. But I'm leaning. I'm not leaning, but I'm more wrong than right because for some reason he hasn't elevated.
Here's the deal.
He seems like he's regressing, right or wrong.
Last year, I think he regressed because he had Joe Judge and Matt Patricia calling plays for him. You can't do that. 2 offensive coordinators in his ear is hard. This year, he has Bill O'Brien. I think he's going to be better. His rookie year was good. Last year, you're right, he did regress because of that. But I still think they're going to end up in the cellar of the AL of the
Right.
AFC.
I still like Mac Jones, though.
Yeah.
I think Mac is all right. He's not going to take him to the top, but he can keep him competitive every year. That's my opinion.
I think he'll keep him. And listen, Bill Belichick owns that division anyway, so he's going to find a way to beat certain teams in that division anyway.
Let me say it correct. Used to own that division.
Well, used to own that division.
The Buffalo's running that shit now, and your football Jets is trying to be the next team to win the division. Yeah. But let's go to the next team. So we both agree with no.
No, yeah.
Okay, Tennessee Titans, in or out?
I think Tennessee's in. I think they win their division.
You're trying to think like me, but go ahead. Let me give you some names.
Okay.
Of course, Derrick Henry. You can't say Tennessee unless you mention Henry. Yeah. They picked up D-Hop, DeAndre Hopkins. If they could get him the ball, still got a lot in his tank left. Tannehill. Then you got Willis, and you got Levi. So as of right now, the last I heard it's still going to be Tannehill to start. Yeah. But Vrabel could keep switching that shit at any moment. Willis looked good in a preseason game, but it only was a preseason game. So they basically got all three quarterbacks that are all equivalent. So they might have to do by company. Maybe whoever's hot that day, Vrabel might have to run with that. But I like Tennessee everywhere else. I like their defensive line. I like their corners. I like their running game. I like their receiving core. The problem is, can they quarterback get the ball out there to these guys?
Yeah.
You looking at the Yankee game?
The Yankee game, I don't even have Prime. I'm looking at college football.
Oh, okay. So we both agree Tennessee gets in.
Tennessee gets in. I think their key to them is their defense. Can they stop the run?
Oh, they could. They got that big boy right there, Simmons, bro. They stay healthy.
Remember, the last couple of years, they've had good defense. It's just they couldn't stop the run the last few years. So let's see that. And, of course, the whole key is Derrick Henry staying healthy.
Okay.
That's the key.
Jeremy, hold up. Jeremy just asked the question. Jose Ramos said Miles Jack basically retired Apple.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to play football no more. He lost the passion. And Kareem Hunt, he said over, in, or not. I don't know what that means. But Kareem Hunt, from my understanding, hasn't signed with a team yet. They got a lot.
I think he signed. Did he sign with New Orleans?
He got a lot of offers, but he's not getting the offer from the team he wants. So he's being picky. I thought he was going to sign with New Orleans too, but I don't know what happened over there. I don't think it happened because I just read up the other day he asked
for a lot too.
Okay, so let's go to last but not least in the AFC, the Las Vegas Raiders. Are they in or out?
The Raiders are out, man.
All right, let me give you some names. Jimmy Garoppolo. Josh Jacobs is playing, in case you did not know.
I know.
Devontae Adams. We got third and Hunter Renfro. And on defense, nobody brings it harder, TJ Watt or Max Crosby. So now, they got some bodies. They got some key players. Can the Raiders overcome all, the AFC and find a way to the playoffs again?
Well, can the Raiders overcome the Chiefs and the Chargers first in their division? That's the key question. And another question is, can Jimmy G stay on the field?
Great question. Okay. They got a nice backup in O'Donnell, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to go there because we only seen a small sample of preseason. But like I told a few people, I don't look at the stats in preseason. Yeah. I look at the quarterback, how he moves, how he looks players off, how he delivers, how he wins it. I don't go by the stats because you got thirds and second players in there. Exactly. You don't got all the starters in there. So I don't go by that. But I go with the eye test of how they move. And O'Donnell looks, what's the word I'm looking for? Relax. He looks poised out there.
And that's the reason why I tell people, especially delusional Jet fans, stop it with what they do in the preseason. Those guys are second and third stringers just trying to make the team as backups. That's it.
Right.
Let's see what happens when the regular season starts. Listen, Josh Jacobs is just coming in, so he's not going to round out into shape till maybe week 4, week 5. Okay? Devontae Adams is still a stud. But like I said, it's all on Jimmy G. If he can stay healthy, the Raiders have a chance. But they're in a killer division. And, as
Yo,
good
they
as
got
Max,
a killer schedule too. I mean,
yeah.
I looked at Colin Coward, who I like his football. I you know, I like his football. I defer his baseball, defer his basketball, but his football is on point.
Yeah.
And he's saying that they going. This is what he said. They're gonna go about 5-12 or some shit like that.
I don't know about 5-12. Maybe. I mean, I think they have a good enough team. I mean, their defense, as much as I like Max Crosby, I don't think their defense is that good. I don't think they're that good. They can't stop the run, you know, and they're secondary suspect at best. The Raiders.
They got better. They got better, but they still ain't top of the line yet.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say, I have to say this because I represent the Raiders once a month. I got dudes loving me. I gotta say they're gonna make the playoff. I can't say they not. I'm not gonna get too much love if I say they not. I'm gonna say they are, but I'm glad that Jacobs is there because that's gonna help and back up my saying.
I mean, listen, I know a lot of Raider fans listening. My man Chango, I know he always listens in for the Raiders. Mm-hmm. He loves the Raiders, but I don't see them getting not in that division. Not that they have to play. They have to play the Chargers twice.
They might get 3 out that division and make it if they all win it.
They have to play the Chargers twice. They got to play Patrick Mahomes twice.
Like I said, Jimmy G shows up.
That's the key right there. Jimmy G is the key.
Jimmy G, it's a big if too. It's a real big if. If he shows out.
When was the last time
they got Jimmy weapons G all over that motherfucker?
Well, when was the last time Jimmy G played a full season?
That's what it's going to come down to. You know? So your take is out.
They're out.
Correct, right?
They're out, yes. They're out.
Okay, I'm going to say I got to support the team. I got to be biased. Yeah, because I'm their speech man. There's no way I can say they're not going to make it.
I hear you.
Okay, let's shoot down to
They're going to burn you over there. They're going to burn you.
Yeah. Let's go. I don't know about burning me, but I don't want to have to deal with motherfuckers either. You know what I mean?
You won't be welcome in the black hole anymore, brother.
Remember, I'm from LES. We live anywhere, dog. You put me in a rat hole, I'm going to live, dog.
I got you.
And I don't mean a rat hole with people ratting. I mean
I got you.
A real rat hole. We gonna live. Okay, so this is a tough one here. I've been biting my head on this all day. Do the G-Man make the playoffs?
The Giants? No. I think they're out. I think Daniel Jones reverts back to being Daniel Jones that we know.
You don't like D-Dimes?
I don't like Danny. I think he had a – listen, man, that offense rotates around Saquon Barkley, so they better pray to God he doesn't get hurt. I mean, they've got some nice weapons offensively. You know, they got
Waller. Hold on, let me say some names. Barkley, they got Waller. Mm-hmm. Shepard, hopefully he's coming back. I don't know what's the situation. And I love Thibodeau on defense, and they also picked up, I think, Simmons from the Cardinals.
Yes.
Who should kind of help him out if he's healthy. I just don't think they have enough stars over there. I told my man Suge, who's a big Giant fan.
I like their defense.
They overachieved last year.
Yeah.
And the coach coached a hell of a fucking coach. Like, he coached hella games. Well, he won a lot of those tight games, but it always seemed when they played a better team, they came up short.
I think last year I think they snuck up on a lot of teams last year.
That's what I'm saying. And now
that's not going to happen.
Motherfuckers is up on them now.
Yeah, they're not going to.
Motherfuckers know the G-Mans ain't no walkover.
Yeah.
And they won a lot of early games by like 3 points against weak teams like Carolina. I remember like the Lions, it was a lot of games. They were barely won it at home.
They got the Lions early in the season before the Lions knew their identity.
But that's what I'm saying. They got a lot of teams like that early, which helped them prevail to get into the playoffs. Like I said, I'm not taking nothing away from them. I just think they're a couple of marquee players. And then you ain't got no receiver. The only receiver you had was Tony. I mean, if Shepard could, be anything that they expect him to be, then. But I still think they're going to come up a little short. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. I'm going to say the Giants come up a little short.
I think Danny Dimes reverts back to being the Danny Dimes of old. I think last year, contract year, Saquon had a big year, so he kept the pressure off him. But I think they really overpaid Danny Dimes this offseason. I mean, really
let's move on. I don't want to be overcooking my grits right now. Okay, let's go. Detroit Lions. Are they in or are they out?
They're in. They're in.
Talk to me. Let me give you some names first. Of course, Jared Goff, who's been playing over his head. A lot of people didn't like Goff, including me.
Yeah.
I liked them in Cal, but I thought with the Rams that I thought they babysitted him. The coach over there, McVay, did a lot of babysitting, just like they did with Jimmy G with Shanahan.
Yeah.
You know, babysitting him. But Goff is showing right now that he can play in the NFL. Goff can play in the NFL, bro. And I like the running back Jefferson. They lost Swift. They lost Williams, but they still got some good backs. Then you got wide receiver Jamison Harrison. Oh, wow. And Hutchinson on defense. And also Stephon Gilmore, give him the veterancy in the back of the defense, coming out the Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. Gilmore. So you like them to get in.
I like them
Why?
to get in.
Real quick.
I like their offense. Jared Goff, 15 touchdowns, no interceptions in the final 8 games of the year. That's what helped them get the winning record, almost made the playoffs. I'm suspect about their defense, which was one of the worst last year, but I think they're going to.
Oh, they was giving up. They was going like back and forth all day.
Another key is if that wide receiver Amon-Ra Brown can stay healthy.
Oh, St. Brown, you mean?
St. Brown, yeah.
St. Brown, nice.
St. Brown, yeah. If he can stay healthy, they got to stud at receiver. And so I think
that Jameson Williamson is nice too. So they got weapons. We know that. They can't move the ball. We know that. Can they get stops on defense? And another key for the Detroit Lions, they always start off slow.
Yeah.
Just like the Giants always start off fast.
Yeah, that's true.
Lions need to get out the gate early. Get out the gate, and then they should be. And they might even be able to win that division, bro.
I got them winning the division. I don't see why they shouldn't. It's a weak division. I think they win the division.
Okay, let's move on. Atlanta Falcons. Let me give you some names. In or out. QB either Witter or Heineke. B. John Robinson, who's going to catch a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people know about B. John Robinson for playing for the Longhorns.
Yeah.
But this guy's NFL ready, bro.
He's been
then you got Drake London
for the last 2 years.
Drake London, Kyle Pitts. You got a great tight end, great wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Bud Dupree leading the defense. Do they have enough to get in a weak division?
I think they're in as a wild card. I think they got enough offensive firepower to keep them in. The defense is decent. The defense gassed out last year down the stretch, which is why they didn't win the division. But I think they're in this year as a wild card. They've improved. I like Kyle Pitts. You know, the quarterback is shaky, but I think with the players they got, I think they can get through it.
I'm going to say no cigars. I don't trust the quarterback play. I like everything else.
Okay.
But I think it's going to come down late in the season, and these guys are going to fucking choke. Ritter and Taylor Heineke. So they're going to choke late.
So you think they're going to do what they did last year? They're going to choke down the stretch.
Yeah. They got to get somebody that can wing it regularly. Now I know they're trying to build Ritter. He's still very young. You know, there's a lot of teams, you know, that a little better than but I think eventually he could be their QB.
Okay.
But I don't think he's ready to make that run right now. You know what I'm saying? They go Chango, he just tapped in. Chango, you got to go to the beginning. My man shouted you out when we spoke about the Raiders, so make sure you watch the replay. Okay, let's go to the Packers. The Packers in and out. Let me give you some names. Love at quarterback, A.J. Dillon, Aaron Jones, running backs, Christian Watson, wide receiver, and Romeo Doubs, wide receiver. I don't know what they got on defense anymore. Aaron took a lot of the offensive players. One thing I can say, though, it looks like Jordan Love is ready to take on this situation.
I agree.
I mean, I've seen a couple. I know it's only, like I said, small sample. It's only preseason. But this little motherfucker was throwing over the shoulder like he took a page out of Aaron Rodgers. He might be trying to be like a little Aaron Rodgers. I'm telling you, he looked good and he could scramble.
He looks good.
But my thing is, what's going to happen when you play that real good defense? Can he
we'll see what
move the ball?
Well, we'll see what happens when the games start to count now.
You got him in or out?
I got them just barely out.
Okay.
Barely out. I think I like Jordan Love. I think they still kept a lot of their key off. You know, Aaron Jones is there. They can run the ball with a good offensive line that they have.
Dylan, you got a quick guy. You got a strong guy.
Yeah.
The line is decent.
Christian Watson is going to be that guy as a receiver.
That kid's like the fastest receiver in football.
My question with them is that defense. That defense returns basically the same players from last year that were just the middle of the pack defense. That's it. So
but
I
the
think,
offense, even with Aaron Rodgers, bro. I mean, they killed me in the last game of the year. Even though I teased the Lions up, but I needed the Packers on a future bet to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
I would have loved to middle it. I didn't get to middle. I had Detroit plus 10.5.
I think
Packers they lost. You remember that game, right? They lost
that was the Sunday
last
night
game of the year.
Yes,
they lost a lot of games like that last year, and Detroit beat them twice. So
I think
you got to blame Aaron for that.
You got to, listen, man. I don't care about Aaron Rodgers. I shit on that guy any day. You know
but
that?
ain't you going? But you're a Jet fan, so what we doing here?
Listen. You know me. I always root for my Jets. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. I never liked him. Fuck him. I don't care.
Right, but you got to make a decision. You're a Jet fan, and you got the dude that you talk the most shit about.
Listen.
Because you always talk shit about Aaron Rodgers. That's why you X-Man and hate him, motherfuckers.
Listen, I think Green Bay finishes with the same record as last year, 9-8, and they just missed the playoffs.
Okay, I don't think they get in either, but I think Jordan Love is going to show a lot of stride.
I think so, too.
And I think he's going to be their quarterback here on up and coming.
I think he's going to surprise a lot of people.
Indeed. Okay, let's go to the last team in the NFL. Then we're going to go to baseball playoffs. Okay. The Washington Commanders. Are they in or out? Let me give you a few names. Sam Howell, Antonio Gibson, Brian Robinson, two real good running backs. Mm-hmm. Terry McLaurin, a fucking hell of a receiver. And when we're going to see Chase Young on defense step it up like, he should.
I don't know. They're out.
Of course, they got Eric Bieniemy running the offense.
Yeah.
You have to throw that out there because he's a baby Andy Reid. So talk to me.
They're out. I think their defense is championship caliber. I don't trust the quarterback, Sam Howell. But I think Eric Bieniemy gives that team an extra boost as an offensive coordinator.
Oh, indeed. But you got to understand, the coach, Ron Rivera, is a defensive coordinator. Yeah, exactly. So now you got a guy that was part of the best offense in football for the last 4 years, who is yet to see if he could do it without Andy Reid. Because a lot of people think that he can't. A lot of people think that he could. I'm one of them that thinks he could. Because I think he stood long enough with Reid. Now, I'm not comparing him to Andy Reid, but I know that, you didn't see that thing he had with 1,000 plays? Like, he's like a baby Andy Reid out there, dog. The thing is, can he call the plays at the right time?
He doesn't have Patrick Mahomes either.
Great point.
He's got Sam Howell.
Great point.
Sam Howell.
Now, I think Howell's going to be okay, but there's nothing extraordinary about him. He's just going to be, do the job. He's one of those do the job guys.
They're going to ask him. They're going to ask game manager. Don't lose the game. Don't lose the game for us. That's all. Give the ball to your playmakers.
Basically.
And Terry McLaurin, that's your playmaker. That guy's a stud.
Yo, Gibson and Robinson are nice too on the backfield.
No, Gibson and Robinson are nice, but the key there is Terry McLaurin, your wide receiver.
Right.
So
and they also got the other wide receiver, Dotson. Yeah. He ain't no chopped liver either. So are they in or out?
They're out. I think they're out. They're not going to beat the Eagles and Cowboys.
I'm going to say
in that division.
I know this. I really don't want to say this, but I'm going to say they make the playoffs because it's the NFC. It's a little weaker than the AFC. They was in the AFC, no. Okay. I'm going to say they're going to get in because they have a real good all-around team.
So,
and I think Howard's going to do better than a lot of us expect them to do.
Okay, so you have 3 teams in the NFC East making the playoffs.
I didn't say that. We didn't talk about the Cowboys or the Eagles. So, I mean, you know what I mean?
I'll tell you right now.
I know the Eagles are going in.
The Eagles are going to win the division. Cowboys are going to take one of the wild cards. I think so.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys have the same record.
Shit, you ain't telling me nothing. That's obvious.
So,
tell me something I'm telling you. The Commanders are going to get
out. They're out. The Commanders are out. The Commanders are out.
Okay, let's move on now. Let's go to the Diamond.
Okay.
We got approximately about 8-9 minutes.
Okay.
American League, you got Baltimore, you got the Rays in second, the Jays in third, both Sox, Yankees, the Central, Minnesota leading Cleveland. The West, you got Seattle, who snuck all the way on top. Yeah. Texas went on a losing streak, and Seattle handled their business head-to-head against the Astros. Mm-hmm. So Seattle found its way in first place. Well-deserving. Well-deserving.
Yeah.
They beat the Astros' ass 8 out of 9 games to get that first place spot.
I think they've won like 12 straight already. 12
something
straight
like
or something
that.
like
Something
that.
like that. But what do you think in the American League? Like, I mean, I'm going to ask you who comes out the American League, but who's your sneaker team to make the playoffs?
My sneak team to make the playoffs? I think it's going to be Boston.
Boston losing tonight to the Royals, but yeah.
I think they're still going to sneak in there. Toronto looks like they're sliding. They don't have enough pitching. I think Boston is in a good position right now. You know, I was going to say the Yankees, but they went on that lose.
They're still 4 games behind the Jays right now, though.
Yeah, I know that. But they're 19 out of the AL East. They're 11 out of the wild card. They got to make up a lot of ground, the Yankees. So I'm going to say
fuck the Yankees. Yankees, I don't want to get in. Like, I want to see our young guys. I don't want to get in so that all y'all Yankee haters could be blowing up my fucking DM or the Yankees fucking suck. Because we're not going to make no noise. We're not going to clear no ground. So fuck the playoff. No, for real. I don't want to deal with that shit. Put the young dudes and let me see them young. Let me have fun watching these young dudes.
I think Boston has the hitting. They've got the pitching. I think they've got a decent bullpen. Toronto doesn't have the pitching. I think
they got the pitching. They're just not pitching. I mean, when you got Bassett. Look at hold up. You got Rio, Bassett. You got Gausman.
Okay.
You got Berrios. How the fuck you ain't got pitching? These guys were studs last year.
I like Gausman.
All these guys were studs last year. They just, you know what it is?
We all know Chris
They're
Bassett.
not clicking in all cylinders.
Listen, when the chips are all on the table, we know Chris Bassett shits himself.
But he's the number 4 guy. He's the number. Berrios and Gausman is the guy you want the ball with. And Berrios right now ain't pitching like Berrios. Gausman don't have a great record, but he's got a good run average.
And
they got pitching. Now their middle relief's a little suspect. They got a decent closer in Romero.
Yeah.
But my thing is like, damn, they should be way better than this. Their whole lineup is lit, my dude.
Now Bo Bichette went on the IL.
Yeah, and Springer not hitting for shit lately.
Springer's not hitting.
You know what I mean? So
I'm
going to say Toronto gets in before Boston.
You think so?
Yeah. And do you think in the West, do you think all them teams get in? Do you think Seattle, Stros, and Texas get in, or one of them get banged out?
I think Seattle gets in. I think Houston gets in. I think Texas is going to fade because your boy Aroldis Chapman is up to his old tricks again.
Yeah, I seen that the other day against your Mets. Okay, so we all know that the Dodgers – no, matter of fact, we're going to talk about the National League in a little while. We all know that Astros, people know that's who you might see. And I'm hearing a lot of Baltimore, especially with the Rays losing Wander Franco for the year. So
I think
Orioles and Astros basically is what it's going to come down to. Because who's going to beat them in a 7-game series? Unless Seattle – Seattle, they're hot right now, so anything's possible with Seattle.
I think Baltimore's maybe a year or 2 away. I think they're still too young. I think they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to win the East.
Right.
I think they'll be. I believe they're the top seed right now in the American League. I believe so.
Yeah.
I think they're still a year. They got
the best record.
Yeah, I think they're a year or 2 away. I think Houston gets in. Houston makes a run, but to be honest, I like Seattle to go to the World Series out of the AL.
I wouldn't be surprised because that kid Rodriguez is a fucking animal, bro.
He's hot. He's hot. The team is hot, and
he's an animal. And they got 3 quality starters. They got 3 quality starters,
exactly.
And they overcame the Astros who owned them. But you got to do it in the playoffs. See, I'm not convinced. You
got to do it when it counts.
Yeah, 8 out of 9 right now. Do it in the playoffs.
I mean, I can see Houston because they're battle tested. They've been there. They won it last year.
Houston knows how to win. That's why if they play Baltimore, they're gonna beat Baltimore because they know how to win, and Baltimore's still learning how to win.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? But if Baltimore don't have to play Houston, I see them getting to the chip. I think they could beat anybody, but I don't think they could beat Houston. I've seen the head-to-head series. It's like Houston got a mind game over those dudes, bro.
If Baltimore can avoid Houston, I can see them making the ALCS against Houston. So, but
Baltimore's nice,
I like
bro.
Seattle. I think I like Seattle in the American
Baltimore's
League right
nice, though. I mean,
Baltimore. They're young.
Mom Cassu, they got all kind of guys. Santana, they nice, dog. Gunnar Henderson, them guys are nice. And they do. And remember, they picked up Flaherty, so, you know, to help them out in the starting pitch.
Speaking of Seattle, my Mets just beat them.
Okay. Real quick, let's move on. National League.
Okay.
Same thing. Who's your surprising team getting in the playoffs in the National League, bro?
My surprising team in the National League.
2 minutes, so we got about 3 minutes, so we got to move quick.
I like the Cubs. I think the Cubs are going to come back.
There you go. Not only that, I believe in baseball is better with the Cubs in the playoff. Just like basketball, when the Knicks get in, basketball is better.
I think so. I think the Cubs are in. Cody Bellinger, great bounce back year. I think he's going to win comeback player of the year.
He is.
National League.
Locked. Yeah, that's locked.
Good pitching. You know, the middle.
Get the Stroh show back.
They got to get Stroh show back.
But is he coming back?
He's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back. He should be back by another week or so.
Yeah, I
should be back.
I like them offensively. I like Horner.
Yeah. I like Christopher Morel.
I like Troutman. Troutman leading off is nice for them. Bellinger's sticking, and I love Candelario that he don't get enough props. He's a nice fit because he bats like 6', 7. He don't have to do too much.
I question their middle relief a bit, but I think their closer is good. But their middle relief is kind of shaky. But I like the Cubs to get it.
Yeah, Leiter's like their best guy in the middle relief.
Yeah.
You know, but you're right. They bullpen, even the closer is very young. I think his name is, I don't know how to pronounce it, Alzado.
I don't even ask me.
He's not battle tested. That's what I think. If the Cubs messed up anywhere, they should have got a prolific closer.
I thought they dropped the ball when they didn't make a trade for a pitcher at the deadline.
Yeah, but you have to get a prolific closer. You can't let that young guy close come playoff time or trying to make the playoff. The pressure is just through the roof, my dude.
Yeah, it is, but you know what? That's a young team, so I guess they're gonna live or die with it.
You got to get a guy that can get you 3 out. There was a bunch of guys out there. Yankees got a bunch of guys that you could put any of the middle relief for the Yankees better than him. You get
you could, but
King,
but
you get King, you get all kinds of
problem. This is the problem with why Brian Cashman has to go.
No, we're not going there. We're not going there.
He doesn't want to give up those guys.
I don't know. We're not going there. We just gonna stay Cubs. So that's all. You open up a whole book of worms, and I got like fucking 1 minute left. Okay, so real quick, who's going to the pennant in the National League? Braves and Dodgers, right?
Braves and Dodgers. I got the Braves going to World Series. That's the best team in the National League, possibly the best team in baseball. Look at the numbers Ronald Acuna is putting up. He can end out the year with 40 homers, 70 stolen bases.
He's trying to be the first 50-50 guy ever, which is amazing.
Listen, Robert Acuna is a beast. That lineup from 1 through 9 hits.
I mean, the Dodgers got a sick lineup too, but Atlanta got guys that were great on other teams like Ozuna. Yeah. Marcell Ozuna, who's like a fifth hitter for them. Rosario, Albies, of course Riley, of course Olsen, of course Acuna. But then you got Murphy. Murphy that could be a fourth hitter anywhere.
And Michael Harris is.
You got Harris. No, there's not an easy out in that lineup.
This team is going to have about 6 guys on the team that's going to probably hit 30 homers. 6 guys.
You know what I worry about them, though? They starting pitching, even though they got Free back. Fried is huge. Then they got Strider, who's a little up and down. I like Strider. I like Strider. Up and down. But I like Fried better to be their number one. Fried's more consistent. But, and then, I like the old man.
Their bullpen is good. Their bullpen is good. They got a solid closer. They've got good middle relief. Their starting pitching is good.
Minter and them have to really be steady this year. But if they get it together,
they're gonna get it together for the playoffs.
Right, and then they got the Dominican closer. What's his name again? Diaz? Is it Diaz?
No, not Diaz. What's his got that? The guy they got from the Angels last year.
Yeah, he played with Cincinnati. I can't remember his name.
I forgot his name.
He's not the same closer that he used to be, but he's still very much.
He's still very good. He's still good. Listen, I like the Braves. I think I said this from the beginning of the year, even though I'm a Mets fan. They're coming in with a chip on their shoulder after what happened in the playoffs last year against the Phillies. I think they're going to win it all. I think they're going to go in.
I'm going to give you a sneak team, and we're going to close it out. You're going to hang up. I'm taking the Philadelphia Phillies to win it this year. Phillies are going to come back and win it this year. They lost last year. The only thing I don't like, I hate picking a team that made it to the chip and lost. I got the Phillies as my sleeper, bro, because everybody and their mother is on the Braves, and I love that. I love that. All right, we'll talk when it's time.
X,
a pleasure as always. Listen, I'm already late, though. You already.
Phillies don't got enough pitching, brother.
No, we can do this. We can do this for 3, 4. I feel the same thing about Atlanta, but you know, and let me tell you, Phillies, Atlanta, and the Dodgers got the best hitters in baseball. Yeah, and Trey Turner has awakened, y'all. Trey Turner has awakened. But listen, let's close it up. Let's close it up.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, y'all. Have a good night. God bless, brother.
Man, same thing. Great work. I know you want to work for another hour, dog. Unfortunately, we don't got enough time. XB out.
I got you, brother. All right, brother.
Out,
take
brother.
it easy.
Okay, guys. Let's go to the giveaway. Oh, that was fun, man. That was fun. X doing this thing. You know how we do it. And let's do the giveaway. Let the best person win. We got, like I said, Cess 5 wins. We got the Ghost 5 wins. Autumn 5 wins. Chico Liston 5 wins. B4 4 wins. Keith Vega 4 wins. Wow, I'm just going off the head. And a lot of 3 wins. So let's go. Benny Bellotto also 4 wins. Let the best person win. Let's get it. Give me a minute, guys. Like I said, I'm doing all this me, man. One man. This track on. We ready to go. Round 4, giveaway 1. Let's get it. On my go, 1 through 20, giveaway 1, round 4. Get those lifeless, man. They caught me off guard. I was lacking tonight. I got caught lacking like Tekashi 69. I was lacking. I could have easily got dealt with on that highway. Real talk. I couldn't see shit. That sunbeam out in my rubbers on the rifle. I gotta just continue to get new ones, bro. My lazy ass didn't do it. I got caught lacking, but I got lucky. All right, let's go. On my go. Let me marinate this. 1 ball only. My go. I'm the umpire of this shit. Let's go. Giveaway 1, round 4. Giveaway 1, round 4. Let's get it. Here we got it. Let me back her up real quick. Y'all see it right at blue ball, baby. Blue ball. Y'all know about blue ball. The winner is number 4. Number 4, we might have a new leader on the giveaway. That's my man Ghost. That's his 6th win. Ghost is your winner. His 6th win. Giveaway 2 coming up. Rev up. Ghost got his 6th win, guys. Let me bring that back. West Coast, I gotta switch it up for y'all. 21 through 40, giveaway 2, round 4. Ghost is your new leader with 6 wins. 21 through 40. Summary coming right after this, so don't go nowhere. Marinate these motherfuckers. Let's go.
go, baby. I know you see it, do not see it. Number 26. 26. Wow, this motherfucker's hot. PH, Chico listed. I think he's got a win in the last 3 weeks. We do two sets of games every week. Chico's did one in the last 3 weeks. He's got 6 total wins. Him and Ghost lead with 6 total wins. Salute to Ghost. Salute to Chico listed. Summary. Motherfucker hotter than fish grease. Hold up. Yeah, let's go to the summary real quick. Thank you, everybody, for staying on. I seen the number stood at a high number. I appreciate you guys. X-Man came on, but before X-Man came on, rest in peace to Pat Corrales. Salute to Jason Dominguez, a.k.a. the Martian, who hit a home run in his first at-bat ever against Justin Verlander. He'll never, ever forget that. You'll never, ever forget it if you hit it off of nobody. But hitting it off a future Hall of Famer like Justin Verlander, oh, my God. He's going to have stories for his grandkids. Also, like I said, old money ain't good money. You got to read between the lines on that. You don't need headaches. You don't need to deal with bullshit. Certain money you just got to turn down. It's not worth it. As you get older, stress kills. So if you're going to deal with people that's going to bring stress, just don't deal with them. Don't take their money. Let them take their business elsewhere. All money's not good money. Salute the Ghost, number 4 winning on round 1. Ghost did his thing. He got a 6th win. PH Chico Linston, 26, came on, got his 6th win. We covered the NFL in and out, which means either the playoffs or no playoff. Gave y'all the breakdown. We couldn't do the baseball the same way. We didn't have enough time, so we kind of rushed the baseball. And, you know, we know the strong teams are going to be there. I just try to throw a curveball because everybody's taking the obvious. Houston, Dodgers, and Braves. Those are the obvious. So I'm saying Phillies. I'm thinking out the box. You know, a lot of y'all I know don't agree with that, but you know what? It's all gravy. I'm going to fuck with the Phillies. And last but not least, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Be careful. You don't have to, you don't have to have too much fun. Just enjoy yourself. You know, you already know no drinking and driving, especially on a Labor Day when, you know, a lot of cookouts are going out. But then again, you got people that travel to cookouts and drink and go home. Be careful with that. They watching. So just watch yourselves. Al York Sports, the raw truth. Love y'all, man. You know I'm going to continue to bring y'all the smoke, man. Stay up.